Good morning, everyone. Hello, good day, and welcome to the show. We're gonna have a fun time today. I'm wearing some fun underwear. Those are fun colors, aren't they? The purple and the orange. We're making a delightful coffee. A young woman sent this to me all the way from Cleveland, named Michelle. Sends me a lot of coffee accessories. Good morning, Clarence. How are you? And Joe. It's called Bitch Slap Coffee, perhaps in tribute to what I did to David Arquette on the red carpet at TMZ. I think that's very sweet. Hey, Joe, that's very sweet of you. Thanks for contributing so much. Today, as you can see, I'm not in my normal kitchen. I'm in someone else's kitchen. Let's see. Thank you, Clarence. He said these are cute. They're very cute. Where is he? Oh, Mr.
Oh, hi, RJ.
Hello. This is my dear friend Nug.
Hi, guys.
I'm in his kitchen.
Yes, this is my kitchen.
This is his house, his abode. And he's let me come into his house. And we're going to make coffee together.
Yeah.
We've known each other since...
a while.
Yeah, we went to different schools together. And we first met doing dinner theater in Montana.
I remember.
And the name of the play
was The Stranger.
Was The Stranger. And of course, everyone knew who I was. They didn't know who he was. Hey, Francine. Francine's watching.
Hey, hi, Francine.
Francine, soon this will be you.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe. Amelia says he's cute.
Oh, thank you.
Isn't that nice? So this is again Bitch Slap Coffee, and this is your sleeping attire. You rolled out of bed.
Yeah, I usually wear some sort of variety of wrestling shirt.
Yeah.
Of course, WrestleFest. Oh, I added my RJ City pin.
Hey, is this guy a piece of shit or something? I don't know.
My old WrestleFest T-shirt.
I don't know.
And
Francine says, "Hey, buddy, entertain me." I'm gonna put my tap shoes on it. There's an old soft shoe for you, Francine.
There you go.
Can't get better than that. Maybe he should,
shorts.
masturbate a kendo stick or something. David said, "I'd let you come into mine, too." I'm going to assume you mean kitchen. Let's get to work. Let me read about the coffee here. A specialty blend of African and Latin American coffees, roasted to keep you extra alert and ready for the long haul. Are you having a long haul today?
I'm about to have a long
How
haul
long
today.
is your haul?
Well, we have this, and then Jimmy Corderas and I are going to be watching SummerSlam, and we're going to do a Q&A live at 5 o'clock. Maybe you'd like to pop by.
Well, maybe I'll haul, too. We can all haul together.
It's a long haul. SummerSlam's going to be a long haul.
Keep that pimpin' hand strong, it says.
Ah.
If you see someone dragging along, give them a coffee bitch slap and tell them, drink up, wake up.
Seems aggressive.
Can we say bitch? Can you say bitch? I mean,
It's the brand name. I think you can say it. It's a brand name.
Okay. But can you help me?
Did
you put the kettle on?
Oh, I can hear.
Put the kettle on. Isn't that delightful? He's
Okay.
more technologically advanced.
Nug in the Mug Show. Have fun.
Francine says, get a new comeback kid. So I referenced she has a kendo stick.
Isn't it a prerequisite that anyone on the show has to be in their undies, asks Brent. Now, I've seen the show where Tommy Dreamer was in pants.
Yeah, well, he took off his pants and then he kept his shirt on, and then I was okay with that.
Okay.
My grandfather was in a fleece sweater, so I believe you're covered. Michelle says, the Nug and Mug Show.
Oh, yes, in fact.
And Nug has a mug that says, Nug's mug.
This was given to me as a gift from the cast I directed for a show that I put together at York University.
Called?
I think it was Reefer Madness.
Oh!
We did Reefer Madness, and I always had a big cup of tea while I was directing.
Did you open this? I can't open this. Amelia says, Chicka-boom, love the polka dots. If everyone, yes, for those of you who haven't seen yet, there we are. Clarence says, is Nug a fan of Power Rangers? This month is their 25th anniversary. Their special episode is coming August 28th at Nickelodeon. Obviously, Clarence works for Nickelodeon.
Clearly. No, I was never a Power Rangers guy. I think I was too old for it.
Yeah. Yeah, he missed the boat. I was, though.
I want Nug shirt, says Derek. Oh, Derek, you can get this at Homage. Homage.
Homage?
Homage, but in the States they call it Homage.
Horrible branding.
Homage, H-O-M-A-G-E. They've got a ton of WWE shirts, and I'm going to have to...
We're just going to cut it?
Yep.
Michelle, you sent this coffee, and it's got really like a padlock on it.
I'll leave the twist.
Look at those scissors.
Star for it.
Oh, my. Thanks. Is it going to work? There we are.
Smells like coffee.
I wanted to say smells like bitches, but I don't think that's going to read well.
No, don't.
No.
So Homage, H-O-M-A-G-E, you can get stuff there.
Russell says, good morning, gentlemen. RJ, you inspired us to buy a French press. We are currently trying it out for the first time. Cheers to you two. Cheers to you two, too.
Now, I have back here, we have a Keurig machine.
Which is death, which is like
death.
the devil. It's the devil's.
We barely used, we got it as a gift.
Yeah.
But I love a French press. I don't own one.
Right.
Because I'm not drinking a ton of coffee right now. I'm having one with you,
yes.
of course. But
for social purposes.
My old roommate used to have a French press and make French press coffee every morning, and I learned a lot about French press then.
Right. Angel says, good morning, sweetheart. Good morning, Nug.
Oh, that's so.
That's it. That would you would be
sweetheart.
Nug? Okay. Charlie says, what was Nug's go-to WrestleFest character?
Oh, in this game, my team was always Warrior and Earthquake.
Shall we?
Because I loved Earthquake. I liked all the giant guys when I was a kid. One-man gang.
Speaking of, you have a little friend here.
Oh, yes, my Funko Pop of Erwin R. Shyster. I like all the... You know that how everyone said the Attitude Era was great because it fixed all the problems with the new generation?
Yes.
I loved the new generation.
You wanted all your wrestlers to have other professions.
I wanted them to have 2 jobs.
That was important to you.
I wanted every wrestler to have a second job.
There you go.
Wait, let me scroll.
You gotta go down?
Say no to Keurig. Thank you, Amelia. RJ, would you like to come to Greensboro, North Carolina in the start of September to do a segment with me, buddy?
Well, I would like to, but I don't think I have it in my schedule. I'm going to be in Chicago in the beginning of September, teaming with my nemesis, David Arquette, who was on WWE yesterday and wore his own shirt, not his partner's shirt, because he's a selfish prick.
As a friend of yours,
yeah,
I don't understand how this is happening.
I kind of do. I think somewhere along the line, I took a bunch of expired LSD. And my life spiraled out of control since then. Francine says, International Delights cold coffee is the way to go. Well, maybe, Francine, if you took it upon yourself to actually join me sometime, we could have some International Delights coffee.
She later says she tagged with One Man Gang.
You tagged with One Man Gang?
That's amazing.
I want to hear about this.
Me too.
Describe it in one sentence, please. Derek says, RJ, when are you going to have your own coffee brand? Think of a great flavor names you can come up with. Yeah, like RJ's Blend. Be good.
I'm saying,
yeah.
Hey, what do you taste like shit
or something? Yeah.
Coffee?
Yes. Nug, who would win in a fight between you and David Arquette?
And RJ, you've been in the ring with David Arquette. I've never been in the ring.
Yeah.
How would I do?
You've been in the ring. I got hit once.
I got hit a couple times.
He's very gangly.
Yeah, I feel like
he's easy to push over.
I feel like he's like all over the place, and I'm very grounded. So I don't.
I think that will definitely be the irresistible force against the immovable object. David Sean Dixon says, "I'd wear your shirt, preferably after you have, but it wouldn't fit." What is that in reference to? And we won. Francine said they won.
Hey.
JoJo says, "Namaste, namaste to you, JoJo." Oh, hell no, not David Arquette, says Clarence. He lost. Could he just move on? No, because he has trouble letting things go.
Oh, Angel says, what are you talking about? David thinks he's your best friend. Maybe if we throw him a bit of friendship, he will not be a total tool.
Well, I'll tell you, the only reason I'm agreeing to it is because he told me he'll get me on a talk show.
Oh, which one?
I don't know.
Merv?
He said he can call Kimmel whenever he wants, but so far he hasn't made the phone call. I would love to get on Dinah Shore.
Merv
would be great. I don't know if he's in the old phone book. Francine says, get a budget and fly me out there. I'd press the shit out of that coffee. I'm working on it. I'll come to you. We'll meet somewhere soon, but please.
Look at this. Michelle Million says, Nug reminds me of the cross between John Belushi and Lou Costello.
Isn't that nice?
I don't drink as much as either of them.
Right.
At all.
Coffee or otherwise.
Not even.
What's the wonderful Abbott and Costello thing that they do? The one you like.
Who's on first?
No, the other one.
Oh, give this to my brother. His name is Mel, and tell him to hide it. It's a chemical in a jar.
Okay, but what is it?
It's formaldehyde.
That's what I'm going to do with it.
Yes, give it to Mel, tell him to hide it. Take that chemical and give it to Mel.
So obviously, after Who's on First, they're like, let's just recycle this shit. And why did you get the nickname?
It was a perfect storm of things. My last name is Nahrgang. It has a silent H in it that gives people a real problem.
Yeah.
No one could pronounce it.
Right.
There was another fat guy in school whose nickname was Burger. And then Chicken McNuggets were brand new.
Right.
And I moved to a new school, and no one could pronounce my name. And for like a hot second,
Yeah.
my nickname with the grade 8 kids was Gangbang.
Right.
And then someone changed it to Nugget, and it turned into Nug, and it's been that way since.
Why was it Gangbang?
Because it sounded like Nahrgang.
Oh.
And then my dad, who was the hockey coach at the time,
Yeah.
told all the grade 8 kids, "Hey, don't do that.
Hey, don't call my son Gangbang.
Don't do that."
Yeah.
Coffee, water's ready.
Okay, let's do this. Let's pour. You know what? I'll let you pour. We're having
How
such
far
a
do I
fun
go?
time.
Up to the line?
Up to maybe the silver there. And as you can see, he has a little IRS action figure, Erwin Orscheister. Looks like he has a mustache, but it's actually his
I really
glasses.
like that the glasses are on the end of his nose.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's very condescending. Speak off a little more.
Do you let it bloom?
There we go.
Do you let it bloom?
Yes. Do you have a timer? Can you put 4 minutes on the stove, please?
I have a phone with a timer.
Oh, God, he has a phone. Terrible. Jojo says, back to the talk show conversation, Mike Douglas was always entertaining. I liked Mike Douglas, but he was a little more intellectual. Speaking of, you know where we should really go? We should get on Dick Cavett.
I would love to get on Dick Cavett.
He's good. He's sharp. He's doing well. Derek says, RJ and David need a tag team finisher called Eight-Legged Freaks. It can be a double figure 4 leg lock. Let me tell you something. He put me in a sharpshooter in Hollywood when we wrestled, and he did it so horribly.
Oh, dear.
That someone renamed it the Two-Legged Freak. And in many ways, that's what I call him. Michelle says, our gang?
Oh, like
Little
Spanky
Rascals?
and Our Gang.
Yes.
No.
No.
But
Yeah.
not
Nug Our Gang.
Yeah. NAHR, which always gets people
David
involved.
Sean Dixon says, I've done a little wrestling myself. Nothing special.
Nothing special.
Well, aren't you cool and calm about the whole thing?
Jake, RJ should be on The View.
RJ, I should be on The View because I want to make love to Joy Behar.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my.
On
I
live?
just want to say, maybe on the show.
Maybe on the show live?
Yeah, and then Whoopi can say, we'll be right back.
Francine says, if you do the job, I will be so disappointed in you.
Oh, yeah.
I expect in this Chicago match,
Yeah.
where it's you and Arquette against Frank the Clown and James Ellsworth,
Yes.
I expect you're going to give a knee Arthur to 3 people.
Yeah, hopefully. And listen, Francine, even if we do the job, I'm not doing the job. Please, I've been through too much already. David said, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood airs Sunday nights here in the UK. We'll keep watching it, and in September, they're going to air David and mine's match. And you can say that's the worst match I've ever seen. I'm canceling my subscription. Joe says, Nug always has the coolest shirts.
I love my wrestling shirts, and I like getting a shirt that is of a wrestler that isn't necessarily popular or
Right.
ever had their own shirt.
Mm-hmm.
We did Summer Strikes on Friday night, and I was wearing a Whale and Mercy shirt.
Wheel and Mercy.
I have a couple of Doink the Clowns. I have a Powers of Pain. I have a Hercules. Like, I like these guys.
Yeah.
And then I make a few wrestling shirts in my store on TeePublic for guys like Iron Mike Sharp and Dino Bravo and the
Yes.
Fabulous Rougeau brothers. You have a Dino Bravo
To
tank
support
top.
them, I have a Dino Bravo, and I need to get. I'm going to order the Dave Schultz one. Who I'm going to see. Dave Schultz is going to be in Chicago, and I'm excited and I'm terrified because I think he's going to kill me.
Oh, my God.
Francine, have you ever met Dave Schultz? Derek said, speaking of talk shows, how about going Canadian and being on open mic with Mike Bullard?
What?
Yeah, maybe I should go to Wayne Gretzky Studios.
We don't want that.
Russell says, darn, I only let my coffee sit for 2 minutes before pressing. No, you're making a mistake and you're having weak coffee, Russell. Please. Oh, I think you should do Ricky Lake. Yes, maybe I should do Jenny Jones.
Oh, here's another.
What?
Enough about RJ. Nug, where'd you get that amazing shirt? I need that.
Go to Homage.
Homage, HOMAGE.com. They've got
Homage
a store
alone.
in the Ohio area, but for sure get that shirt. They have a lot.
I definitely lay down and do the job for you, RJ.
Gross.
Fine innuendo, David. Yeah, but David wrestled sometimes, but it's nothing
Not
special.
a big deal.
Jason says, where's the #Kevin Mania t-shirt?
Okay, so Friday night at Summer Strikes, we did an improv scene, and in a rhyming scene, I introduced myself as Kevin, and the crowd started chanting Kevin over my scene partner's lines, and Kevin became a thing all night.
I wouldn't stop chanting Kevin.
And so I joked that the Kevin Mania shirts would be available online, and now they are. And if you want to buy a Kevin Mania shirt, you can go to TeePublic and search the store for Baron Von Nug, and you will find a Kevin Mania shirt.
Francine says, say hi to my friend Shannon. I think she's watching because of me. Shannon, hello. We love you. We're so proud of you. Welcome. If this is your new Sunday morning routine, there's something wrong with you. Run away. Don't listen to Francine. I apologize for all of this, but thank you for your support. Derek said, I love Nug's
Yes.
Instagram workout shirt. So you work out. You're an exercising
I
guy.
do. I'm in a shape,
Yeah.
but I'm working on getting into better shape.
Yes.
And,
a rhombus.
I always think if I'm having fun at the gym, I don't dread going.
Right.
So occasionally I've worn Zubaz pants to the gym, but I always wear wrestling shirts, and there's always some guy at the gym with his headphones on who does this. And that's it. And they don't say anything. They never talk to me. And then I have one guy at the gym who always, regardless of what I'm doing, bench pressing shit or on a treadmill or whatever, he comes up and goes, "So what's going on with this SummerSlam?" Like, he starts talking to me.
It's not a cocktail party. Don't talk to people at the gym. Leave them the fuck alone.
It's so funny.
Are you here to just go make friends? Join a bocce club, your local community. Is that the coffee? Thank you. Francine says, who did she ever beat? Who'd she, what? I don't understand. You're going to have to write it again. Sharon, hello. Shannon says hello, and that's so sweet of you. Francine says, Kevin, I'd put your shirt on.
Oh, thank you very much.
We should get ourselves some Francine shirts.
We should get some Francine shirts.
She has Francine shirts on her Pro Wrestling Tees.
I love it. I'll have to get one.
They're very tasteful. Thomas DeWitt says, good morning, good sir.
Oh.
Good coffee.
Mr. What was it? Mr.
So I kind of came up with this scene. It's very stupid. It's just two stupid names that I heard. And I thought, well, what if they met? And, Mr. Fortescue.
Oh, Mr. Montesquieu.
Mr. Montesquieu. There's, and the scene.
That's the whole scene.
Tim says, Nug.
Oh, great.
Russell says, I'm going to follow you on TeePublic, Nug. I have one too.
Great.
Romeo Falcon is going to be following you soon. We'll exchange shirts.
Cool.
Dylan Bostic is watching.
Hi, Dylan. I've met you.
He's met you, and he's happy to see you. He says he loves RJ. Well, one of us here loves you too, Dylan. Francine says you asked if I knew some guy, and I said no. Who did he ever beat? Who did I ask her about? All right, sorry. We should press this, Francine. I'm sorry. Please. I have coffee to make. Let's go like that. And then...
What am I doing here? Ready with?
Well, yeah, almost like a... Yeah. No need to talk. No need to talk. And I like to leave my hands stationary and squat. And this is a good exercise too. And there we are. Let's let it set, and then we'll mug it up.
We did it.
Why do people always do that at the gym, meaning talk to you? It never happens when I work out with someone. When I'm by myself, someone always wants to talk.
I figure because they think you're approachable.
Yeah.
If you have your headphone out for a half a second, I might say something to you, but unlikely. One time, there was a lady beside me working out. She was doing basically the same exercise was, and I noticed she was doing it way differently than me. And so I said, excuse me. And she looked scared for a second. I went, am I doing that wrong? And she laughed and went, let me see. And then I did. And she goes, yes, you are. And she fixed me. But I would never. Why? I have giant headphones on. Leave me alone.
When Splat-A-Lot was airing, the Nickelodeon show, I was at the gym, and this bosomy woman came up to me and said, excuse me, can you come with me for a sec? I was like, okay. And she walked me over to there's a daycare area at like a window. And she went, is this him? And the little girl went. And then the woman proceeded to hit on me. I don't know how you make that turn.
That's my daughter. She recognizes you.
And then, it was mortifying, this other one came up with her 12-year-old son and said, see, this is the guy from the show. I told you he was cute. Why are you saying that to your son?
Hansy, what up, boys?
Oh, David says, back off, Dylan.
I love this. Hansy says, Kevin is more over than Braun Strowman.
Oh, Hansy, it was lovely meeting you.
Very nice seeing you. Who does
Francine says, my shirts are classy, and yes, they are. We'll wear them.
Nice
Very dignified. I love Francesca. Jake says, Dylan should be on the show. Yeah, I'm sure I'll have to book him and pay him. Derek says, do you gents have any grooming tips for men? You're a beard fellow.
I'm a beard fellow, and I use a beard oil.
Yeah.
Because I've learned after I've had a giant beard before.
Yeah.
And I've learned that much like people's hair, if you don't take care of it, it gets dandruffy and gross.
Right.
So I use beard oil from Beards and Beavers, and the beard oil I use smells like a chocolate orange, like a Christmas time Terry's chocolate orange.
Right.
And then I have a brush. But just take care of your beard, and your beard will take care of you.
That's a Rock Hudson quote.
That is.
Hey, Daphne's watching.
Hey!
Look, Daphne and Francine are watching together.
This is
far away, but together.
This is where I out myself as a massive Daphne fan.
Aw, you don't like Francine?
I do like
You're not a Francine fan.
but I am a massive Daphne fan.
Oh, this is so nice, Daphne. Nug, Daphne. Mr. Fortescue, Mr. Montesquieu, Mr. Montesquieu, Mr. Fortescue. Anya's watching. Hello. Sean says polka dot door undies. Yeah, let's get a second look. They are very fun.
They're fun.
Right? Said they're very match game.
It's like a weird, bizarre version of the American dream.
Yes, and in many ways, so am I. Shall we pour a little?
Yes, I have a owl mug for you, RJ.
Francine says stop putting yourself over and make the damn coffee.
I have Nug's mug here.
Thanks. Well, let me pour the guests first.
Oh, thank
or wait,
you.
am I the guest?
You're the guest. You're
Yeah, but I'm in
house.
your
You're the guest. Pour your own.
Well, I gotta pour my own.
You want me to
You're
pour
gonna
yours?
have me all the way here. Look at this mint owl. This is a tea mug for sure.
Of course it is.
This is terrible. Okay, that's a little enough for now.
All right.
And then you want me to?
Now, do you require a creamer?
Well, you have some cream here, and I want to just dip in because I don't have it at home.
Now I've got.
I normally put the ghee.
I
in
have
the butter.
silk, which is the almond milk.
Yeah.
And I have vanilla or I have hazelnut.
Somebody, first person to write vanilla or hazelnut, that's what I'll have.
Okay.
Dylan says, RJ owes me a kiss. I'll come on the show just for the kiss. Deal.
Hello.
Hello. Danya says, hello. Joe says, such a great host.
What do you have? Vanilla or hazelnut?
David says, Dylan, we can tag team against him. I think David has a different definition of tag team. What do you want? Vanilla, hazelnut?
I've got
Let
vanilla.
me smell them.
I have vanilla and hazelnut silk. Here they are.
Well, let's taste it without.
Oh, yes.
To,
That's a good idea.
it's not bad. It's Latin American.
You can really taste the Latin.
Tim says, who wants creamer? Daphne says, love you, thank you. And now you're one of my favorites because you just said you love, and now you're no one. What? What are you typing?
I said I love Francine.
Now you're not one of my favorites because you said you love Francine more. Look, he's a Daphne guy.
I'm a Daphne.
Francine says black. And I really want to try the cream, you know? Do you mind?
There was
Can
a
you spare me?
vanilla.
Ariane says, the disdain for a tea mug make me snort. So, because it's so closed and it's going to stay so hot, it's cavernous in here. It's, I need a little open air. Michelle says hazelnut, so let's do that. Black is not a creamer, Francine. That's correct, Tim.
Do you want the hazelnut?
Yeah, hazelnut. Michelle said hazelnut.
There's the hazelnut.
Joe said creamer. Hey now. Can we say hey now anymore? Because he's not a good person, right?
Who's that? Jeffrey Tambor?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Howard Stern says hey now still.
Right.
But he took it from that.
Yeah. Okay.
Hazelnut. We have a vote for hazelnut. Creamer, hey now. Yeah, very good. So this is our hazelnut creamer. It's a little almondy.
Here's a great question.
Go on.
For you.
I have time.
Is there a disgraced celebrity that you loved watching and now you're like, damn it, I used to watch all this person's stuff?
I guess maybe.
Oh, this is nice.
Maybe Cosby. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because when I was a kid, we lived on a farm in the middle of nowhere. My dad had 1 million comedy records, actual vinyl records.
Yes.
And we used to listen to, he had about 7 Cosby.
Why Is There Air?
Why Is There Air himself?
Yeah.
The Noah's Ark stuff. Like, we had it all. And we also had, like, Carlin and the Smothers Brothers and whatnot.
Yeah.
But the Cosby stuff was, like, that was good stuff. And then even when I was a kid and they started the Cosby Show, I was very excited. But there was that thing that was like, this isn't the comedy.
Yeah.
This is just a impossibly cool dad.
Yeah.
And something, part of the back of my brain, I'm not saying I was a genius when I was a kid or anything, but there was something in my brain that was like, this isn't right.
Right.
So nothing shocks me. Any of these,
Yes.
nothing is shocking anymore.
But you can't watch the work. Can't do it. You know who I feel bad for? Is Malcolm Jamal Warner. The kid who played Theo.
Yeah.
This motherfucker living on the residuals.
And
He didn't do shit, and all of a sudden this comes to a screeching halt.
I know.
Oh, sorry. Let's read more comments. Sorry. Oh, we're on the show?
Francine says this is a cluster.
That's for sure.
Shannon says, fuck you, Fran.
Oh,
Shut
my
up,
God.
School. This is the best. I wonder if that's her friend Shannon that's not watching.
Hey, have you two ever had like a cat fight before? That would be a fun idea. Just throwing it
Pour
out.
a little amaretto and Irish cream in there. I do have a
Spell my name right, Chooch.
the
This is
almond
getting heated.
Baileys. I have almond
Ooh.
milk Baileys here if you'd like it.
Put a little in here. Tim says, wow, Francine and Daphne feuding in the comment section. This is a tumultuous episode. Cosby was a master storyteller and a stand-up. Charlie says, does the Shockmaster count as a disgraced celebrity?
No.
Now, you're a fan of tugboats.
I dressed as Tugboat for Halloween on television.
Yeah.
And then he started following me on Instagram. So I started following him on Instagram.
And
now every now and then, you'll find this on Facebook if you're friends with any of this kind of wrestler guy. All of a sudden, it'll come up and go, do you know this person? You know, like suggested friends.
Do you know Paul Roma?
Do you know Fred Ottman? I know who he is. I'm not about to add him as a friend.
Rebecca says, hope to see you at the ESW tailgate. So next week, Saturday, ESW in Buffalo, I'm wrestling there. There's a tailgate party, and I think I'm going to make coffee there.
I really enjoy ESW. I've gone a bunch of times. It's really fun.
I'm teaming with Greg Iron.
Michelle Million says, I was totally bummed about the news about Chris Hardwick's goings on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a guy who seemed cool to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then turned out to not be cool, allegedly.
It's hard. There's a moment I have to like sit for a moment and go, oh, I have to ship you over to like the asshole section of my brain. Yeah, because I go like, you ever hear like information, science information that you held for a long time? Well, like when Pluto's not a planet and your head's like, I now might have to shift this.
It's what's that old bit when you live, you know, someone lives in an apartment and you've never been there.
Yes.
And you picture that apartment in your head.
Right.
And then they move and your picture of the apartment changes even though you've never seen it.
Right.
That's counting.
Francine says that Daphne is jealous. Dare I say your attire is rather bright, but seems to fit very well. Thank you, Debbie. Amelia says at least Red Fox was a fine man. Yes, he was a fine man because he embraced his deviancies and wore them on his sleeve.
Expressed it openly.
You know, Red Fox album.
Which one?
Wash Your Ass.
Wash Your Ass.
And it's just him, and I think it's a horse, and he's lifting up the horse's tail, and he goes like this. Francine says, can you go put on your Charles Nelson Riley costume? You're going to have to pay to see that, Francine.
Oh,
I do. Hey, Francine, I do custom Charles Nelson Riley
Adam
videos.
Dick says, Hardwick got reinstated, though, after investigation. Yes, an investigation by a cable television company and not the police.
Right.
So I think it's in that cable television's best interest to put their high-paid person back on television.
I would watch that crime drama if it was a television channel doing the investigation.
Where's the podcast on that?
Ben says, RJ, Nug, you beauties. Do you know this week's episode of Crossbody Pro Wrestling on YouTube features the semifinals and finals of the Blue Ribbon Championship Tournament? It'll be up in 10 minutes. Love y'all.
I've enjoyed Crossbody. Have you been to Crossbody?
I have been. I wrestled Diener and
Crossbody?
Bolin, and I think I was managed by Scott Demore.
I showed up one time to watch the show, and then Ben asked me if I had a suit in my trunk.
Which you always do.
Which I always do, so that I could announce the show. And then I announced I was the ring announcer for
Fine
that show.
announcer. Jason Mercer. Ronnie Gaff is watching.
Ronnie!
Dean is watching. Dean, to you.
Marcel wants to know, hey, will you be at BCW?
I'm going to be at the 25th anniversary of BCW in October, and I'm going to bring down the quality of the show. So actually, tweet BCW, tweet Impact, and tell them that I should be off the show, because it's probably a mistake. Colby says, RJ, you need a better coffee cup. Do you have a coffee cup? I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch this for you, Colby.
I got a
Here. Give me the
101 Dalmatians. 101 Dalmatians?
Sure. That was a shit movie. Does this change at all?
No. Color change?
You know what? Let me try. Get me the vanilla.
Oh, you're going to go vanilla?
Yeah, I'm going to try the vanilla now. Francine says, how's that creamer? Well, I'm switching to the vanilla, Francine. I hope that tells you everything.
I feel like I should switch modes.
Chris says, hey, RJ, do us all a favor and end Frank the Clown. So Frank the Clown, I'm wrestling him. He's dating Mick Foley's daughter.
Noelle. While he's pouring into his new mug, I'm going to switch into my Kurt Vonnegut mug. So many awesome Kurt Vonnegut things. I'm going to just pour that coffee in there.
Nug, are you coming to BCW?
It's when? October?
Yeah.
Possibly?
Probably.
I'd like to.
We could come.
I'd like to.
Ronnie Gaff says, how come I never get invited for coffee? You have an open invitation, Ronald,
Ronnie
whenever
Gaff.
you want.
There's stories galore from Ronnie Gaff.
Francine says, can you get me a Frank the Clown t-shirt? Yes, I'm going to rip it off his back, and I'm going to wipe my ass with it, throw it in his face, and then I'll get it to you. Manfred says, hey, RJ, when are you going to have Psycho Mike on to make coffee? He's a genuine gem. I do agree, and that's an excellent idea, and I'm going to do that.
Psycho Mike a lot.
Marcel says, I'm going to buy a t-shirt.
And Ellsworth, Joe Hagan says, and Ellsworth put him on his misery. Hansy, he said this the other night at Summer Strikes. Frank the Clown is Yerpel the Clown's son.
Hey, here's a fun fact about David Arquette, now that I'm promoting his shit, he's very close with Bozo's family. And he was looking into becoming the next Bozo. Are you familiar with Bozo?
Yeah, but...
And it's a lineage of Bozo.
Oh, yes, I know. That's weird that Arquette wanted to be...
Sorry, that's weird that Arquette wants to be Bozo the Clown?
Look at this. If you'd like to see Nug announce matches, and RJ Wrestling Cody Dieter and John Boland with Scott Demore as RJ's manager, go to Crossbody Pro Wrestling YouTube page and watch these great episodes. Also, Fuck Clowns. Actually,
Fuck Clowns is my favorite pornography site.
Now here, Derek says,
FuckClowns.com.
Will you guys be checking out Mick Foley's Canadian tour? Perhaps he could be on to make coffee. Here's an interesting thing. When Mick Foley was doing his 20 Years of Hell tour in Buffalo, at, what was the club?
Helium.
At the Helium nightclub, a comedy club in Buffalo, Mick Foley's opening act was RJ.
I opened for him.
He did a tight 15 off the top.
And it was delightful, and now he's booking other people. I don't know. Tweet him and bother him. It's his own loss. He doesn't want to sing. You don't want to sing Phantom, Mick?
You don't want to have a Canadian guy as an opener on your Canadian
Good luck with your show.
Enjoy.
Beating up your son-in-law. So how do you feel about this coffee?
I like it. I don't know if it's slapping me in the mouth.
No,
honest.
Yeah.
Keep you extra alert and ready for the long haul. Keep that pimpin'. This is the part I don't like. Keep that pimpin' hand strong.
Yeah. So now I'm. Why did you have to get prostitution involved in
my coffee? It's so
do I need socialist? Now I gotta think
this.
like, you know.
We don't need.
Yes, they're sex workers, but they have a right to protect themselves. I don't need that in my coffee. Whenever I hear Bozo the Clown, I always think of George Costanza chasing Eric the Clown about not knowing him. Neither do I. Is that the one where he pushes? There's a fire, the kid's birthday party in an apartment, and he pushes the kid and the old lady out of the way?
Maybe?
Yeah. Tim says, I used to be able to do a tight 15.
I used to be able to do a lot of things.
And you're going to get arrested, Tim. Courtney said, do not talk shit about Nick.
I think she meant Mick. It was a typo. She's very angry.
Fuck Nick Foley. Nick Foley is an asshole. Chris says, would you have a rematch of said upcoming tag match if it was booked for a Canadian promotion? I'm sure if people wanted to book David Arquette in Canada, he would show up.
I think this is interesting because I would like to see you and David Arquette team for two reasons. One, I think it's ridiculous.
Right.
Two, I understand he has gotten you matching tights.
Let's move on. Francine says, on a shoot, I really love the kitchen. It's lovely.
That's
how sweet of you, Francine.
Really, honestly, it's my wife's doing. She is away today helping a friend throw a baby shower for her sister.
She's not watching?
Carissa's not watching. Okay. But this is all my wife's doing, and we put like the chalkboard stickers here. It's yes, this is all her. This is all my wife. She's wonderful.
Charlie says, tweet him and bother him might be your next catchphrase. Amelia says, bring back I love coffee. Yes, that was delightful coffee. I will bring it back. Courtney says, do not talk shit about Mick, but Nick is a pain in my ass. Hogan says, Joe Hagan says, I tried getting RJ booked to open for Mick and Fergus. Promoter already had someone booked.
Do you know who that was?
Who?
The promoter.
Yeah.
The promoter is open.
Self-promotion. Marcel says, RJ versus Mundo at 25th anniversary.
Are you working?
Oh, Johnny Mundo.
Are you working Johnny Mundo?
I don't know. Tweet him, I guess. Maybe I don't have to wrestle. I just come and talk. Everyone goes, that was great.
Hansy said the episode was right. You had the right episode.
Thank you, Hansy. I appreciate it.
Derek says, Francine, I was thinking the same thing about the kitchen. Can we have a tour?
Oh, my God. And you need to get on WrestleCade, and we can make coffee. I know. I'm going to try to. I'm booked in Buffalo, but I'm going to try to do that and the other thing. Just hang tight, Francine.
This is the tour of the kitchen, I guess. This is our stove and microwave here. This is, the kettle. Some of our many salts in the house here beside the SodaStream machine. We have our apple and mandarin vitamin soap. We have our scissors.
Can I? Is this too personal?
No, there's lots of stuff in here. This is mostly tea and flavored salts.
Wow.
Here's our
freezer.
Yeah, you want to go in the freezer? There's lots of stuff in the freezer. Seeds and coffees, nuts.
Getting a good
pictures and whatnot.
Yeah,
I'm going to show them the shelf over here.
You want to see the shelf, everybody? Let's see the nice shelf.
This is just nonsense in my house. Just pure nonsense.
Nice pan down. Too bad. You don't have a rhino? Too bad Rhino's not watching.
No, I wished. I don't think they make a rhino.
And here's an obscure one. The Rocketeer.
Rocketeer. We've got Big Trouble in Little China, Evil Dead.
Adorable.
Yeah,
adorable
stuff.
I'm a Rocketeer man. I love that movie.
Rocketeer's the best. Rocketeer was one of the first pops they ever made. So.
Michelle says, the Big Slap Coffee made the show very aggressive today. I'm experiencing buyer's regret. Sorry, everyone. Next time I'll send chamomile or chamomile?
Chamomile.
How do you say rubius? Rubiois?
Roibus.
Roibus. Ronnie Gaff said, hey, Nug, can you get RJ on Aftermath?
Here's an interesting thing.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Nug hosts a show on Sportsnet 360.
Yeah, so Sportsnet 360.
It comes on after Raw, after SmackDown. It
comes right before SmackDown, 7:30 on Tuesday.
This is why I'm not
SmackDown, and it's a fun show I do with Jimmy Corderas, former WWE referee, former WWE superstar Anthony Corelli.
Yeah, I've heard of that guy.
Formerly known as Santino Marella, and our good friend Caroline Schved. And the four of us talk about WWE stuff. On that show, the only Rogers employee is Caroline, and the rest of us are freelance. And so, no, I can't do anything, Ronnie. I can't get anybody on the show.
Yeah.
I can barely. This weekend, Caroline went to SummerSlam to interview everybody.
Yeah, not you.
Not me, not Jimmy.
Oh, you're stuck here in this gorgeous kitchen by your wife, who did an incredible job.
But I don't do much because I'm freelance. So until Rogers decides that after 5.5 years I should be a full-time employee, not doing anything.
It's funny because I don't do much, period. Just
I
at all
understand.
in general.
But Jimmy and I will be live on Facebook on his page tonight.
Yes.
At 5 o'clock for a Q&A. You can ask us almost anything. No dumb questions. And I think RJ's going to pop by.
I may have to join. We're going to cross streams.
We're cross-promoting on these Facebook Live shows.
I love the white. So clean looking, says Francine.
Great, thank you.
Patrick, hello. Daphne is calling me. Should I kayfabe the biatch? Yes. Just hit whatever.
Just say
and then say, oh, sorry, I missed you. I was in the shower. Amelia says, thanks to your action figures, I assume you must have an understanding wife.
They're out in the open.
Little nut in your coffee? What happened there? Little brain.
She is understanding. She thinks they're cute. And also, she's not telling me to hide them anywhere. She's like, yeah, put them up. I like them. They're fun.
Right. Quick thoughts on TakeOver, says Derek.
Oh, I haven't even watched it.
Right.
Because I was out last night with my wife.
Yes.
We went to Second City in Toronto to see a show called She the People.
Isn't that nice?
A full female cast, female director, female stage manager, female music director, and very female-oriented comedy.
And my thoughts on TakeOver are that we have to stop these Russians.
Yes.
Giovanni's watching. Derek says, answer, Daphne. Ago Ramon joined. And you know what? It's a wonderful name. I haven't heard it before.
Ago Ramon.
Ago Ramon.
Amazing.
Ago Ramon.
I would answer the phone that way if that was my name.
Well, I think that's it. I think we're at the end of the line here.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for having me in your kitchen.
Sure.
Let's do Where's Your Mom?
Oh, here.
We'll do a final. You familiar? Have you seen the show before? We just do a thing and a spin. Sure. Like that. We should have sang something.
Well, now what? We didn't sing anything.
I don't know. We can't sing something now.
All right.
Godspeed.
Thanks for watching, everybody.